Hi, and welcome to Card Designs by Terry. We are going to be working on another card from the Dressed to Impress bundle, which is on page 56 in the January to June mini catalog. So here is the stamp set and the coordinating dies, and you could make lots of fun cards and 3D projects using all of these dies and stamps. So we will get started with this card. So this is the card, and this card is actually pretty much a total case from one that I saw on Pinterest by Mary, and I'm not sure how to say her last name, Detheridge or Detheridge, I'm not sure, but I loved the card and wanted to recreate it. So thank you, Mary. It's a beautiful card. So I'll set that aside. I may have not done it exactly the same as you did, but I hope I did it justice. So we've got a lovely lipstick card base and our envelope, which we will set to the side. This large piece of Whisper White we are going to be stamping our flowers on. And we'll use Memento Black ink again. And I stamped 5 of each of the different flower images. That's that one, and then this guy. And then cut them all out with the corresponding dies, which are like this, but you don't want to see me do that, so I have pre-cut some out, which are here. So quite a few. That might be more than I need, but that's all right. And then I colored them using my blends, and so I have used light and dark petal pink, light and dark lovely lipstick, and light and dark mint macaron for the leaves. So you don't probably need to see me do all this coloring, so I will just slide those over to the side for now. Also, in your little bag of tricks, you will have a thin piece of Whisper White cardstock, which I stamped the sentiment on, and I stamped Happy Mother's Day in lovely lipstick ink, like so. And then we will cut that out using the label die from the bundle, and I have that pre-cut here. So I will set that to the side. And I also cut out from mint macaron cardstock some of these leaf sprigs, and that is with this die from the Pretty Peacock bundle of dies. Didn't know which leaves Mary used in her card, but this is what I found worked for me. So we will leave that. And we also have a piece of gold foil cardstock and this cute little buckle die, and we will run that through the Big Shot to give us our 2 little buckles that go here on the purse, and those are here. So we'll set that aside. Now the smaller piece of petal pink, I have used the purse die, just this part of it, just this part of it, don't need to worry about the bottom, and I've cut that out like so. And then what you want to do is you want to fold along these score lines that the die puts in there, and then cut them off. You can either use your your paper trimmer or paper snips. I just opted to use my snips because that's easier. There we go, rid of that mess. So then you've got your stitched purse image like this, and we are going to emboss it using the tufted embossing folder, but because it's a 3D embossing folder again, so we want to spritz it with some water and then put it in. Now you want to make sure when you're putting it in, the indented side so the side that has Stampin' Up! On it, you want to put your stitch facing down so that your tufts will be embossed the correct way. Oops, that's going to move on me. There we go. And I'll just run that through the Big Shot. And now since this is an older 3D embossing folder, we don't need the new blue acrylic plate, so we can just use the clear acrylic plate to get the correct embossing. So it looks like that. And if we would have done it the other way, then your stitching would have been on the wrong side and it would have been debossed. But if you want it that way, that's fine too. So we'll set that aside. I've got one that's already dry. So we can start to assemble our card. So we've got our lovely lipstick card base. Get that out of the way, which we will. And so this was 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And I'll be using Tombow because my snail is downstairs, but that's okay. So we'll just use some Tombow to put this one together. So we'll stick down our petal pink cardstock. And then over top of that, a piece of basic black. And then the purse, and because this one is embossed, I like to use the Tombow multi-purpose glue anyway. So we will stick that down sort of at an angle. Just give it a bit of a push so that it sticks nicely. And then you've got a piece of the petal pink metal edged ribbon, which we are going to thread through these buckles like so, and then we're going to stick that on using the glue dot. So we'll stick this one down. Oops. There, and then we'll thread the other one through. Of course, I'm all thumbs. There we go. And this is pretty long ribbon, so you'll have to make it a little bit smaller. That looks like about a good length. Grab another glue dot. Stick that one down, and then I will just grab my paper snips and give these a little trim. There we go. So now to assemble the rest of it, oops, there goes a flower. I've just alternated the flowers, kind of whatever made me happy, and so just, you know, stick them on with dimensionals and Tombow in any order. You can put yours however you like. Stick some, well, you might want to trim these long stems off. Stick some leaves in at a couple of spots. Like that. I mean, this is just kind of rough. And then we've also got one of these cute little tassels from the Best Dressed Tassels package. And I stuck that on with a glue dot as well, and tied a ribbon using the Mint Macaron 1/8 ribbon. Let's see if I can tie a bow. Yep, there we go. And then that was stuck on, and you can trim that down. And then the sentiment, the Happy Mother's Day, I put on using dimensionals. Might as well use 3. It's always a good number. Move my flowers out of the way. And then for the finishing touch, I just added some rhinestones to some of the flowers that were sticking out a little bit more prominent, like the bigger red ones. Just add some rhinestones to the center and one on the label. And there we go. That is the finished card. So thank you so much for watching.